Hi, I'm Mark. This is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I have a new boiler being installed by Heatable. They're an online company. The process of getting it all set up is pretty simple, and I've not used them before, so I thought I'd make a completely independent vlog kind of showing you guys the process and talking about how the process works, and showing you the whole process. Again, this boiler behind me replaced with a new one. And the process of getting started with Heatable is nice and easy. You simply go to the website and you click to get a fixed price. The website will then ask you a whole load of questions about your existing boiler. And there's also some little helps if you don't know which type of boiler you have and that kind of thing. So I'm simply replacing my combi boiler with a combi boiler. And I'm also not moving it, so it's nice and simple. It asks you about the age of your boiler, asks you your type of house, asks you how many bedrooms you've got, it asks you how many radiators you've got, how many bathtubs, and also how many separate shower cubicles. And then also things about your flue. So mine was on the outside wall, and then it asks you for your postcode as well. From there, it does all this calculating. One of the things I really like about the Heatable website is you don't have to put in your details if you don't want to. You can just hit show my quotes, and here you go. You've got all the different prices, and this is the one it recommends for you. So this is recommended the Viessmann's Bittenden 050W 30 kilowatt. And this is actually the one that I went for, but you can click see other boilers and look at all the others. So the prices at the time of recording kind of start between 1,790 all the way up to, we've got one here that's just under £3,000. This one's just over £3,000. So this one is £7,000. That's a heat pump if you wanted that instead. But basically, your normal gas boilers are between 1,700-ish and about £3,000. And you can look at each of these individually with more details, and they've got little reviews as well. Basically, my process of choosing one was to kind of find the ones that I thought were kind of most suitable for me, so certainly more towards the budget end. And then I went off onto YouTube and I looked at some different reviews for them. And I ended up avoiding this Alpha one because whilst it has got 4.8 out of 5 on here, they're kind of not known as the most reliable company, so I was kind of between the Viessmann and the Worcester Bosch, and in the end it was a 10-year warranty and the look of this boiler that kind of did it for me. So this was the one I went for, and the one that you're going to see installed in this video. And the other thing with Heatable, which is really nice, is most of the time everything is included. So I've got the combi swap, and it basically includes removing your existing boiler and installing the new one and keeping the same location. Installing the flue, so whilst I already had a flue, I did actually get a new one, which was nice. Any alterations to pipework and fixing, so even though mine, as you'll see later in the video, did go in the same place, it did need some new pipework. And also, it's worth saying that if you've got an older house and you're going to need a new gas pipe fitted, and that's mentioned down here, it will cover that as well. Now mine didn't need that, but obviously the installers don't know that till they get there. And then it also includes kind of flushing your kind of pipe and emptying the system, which needs to be done for a boiler to be installed. It includes warranty for parts and labour with the manufacturer. So this Viessmann's one I went for is a 10-year warranty. It includes all the stuff. It includes a magnetic boiler filter, which is great for keeping your boiler lasting longer because it basically takes out the rubbish as that goes around your system. It includes wireless heating controls, balancing your system, and then all the certificates and anything else that needs doing just to basically leave it all nice and tidy. The only thing it doesn't include is removal of asbestos if they find any, and then scaffolding if you need that as well. But of course mine's on the ground floor, so I don't need to worry about that. So as I said, I went for this one, and I'm just kind of showing you this retrospectively because I have been through this process, and I'm recording this after filming that first section you just saw, which was the day of installation. So once you're ready to go ahead, maybe you've done your research elsewhere, you can hit next, and then you can choose to add extra add-ons and things as well. So you've got popular upgrades, control, system care, other, and radiators, including this kind of recommended bundle, which I didn't go for. So the only extra I actually went for was just reconnecting my existing smart controls. So as you know from this channel, I've got a Tado, so I just wanted that reconnecting. So I literally just went for that. But you can buy new smart thermostats if you want to. So they offer the Tado, the Google Nest, and the Hive. Personally, having used the Hive and the Tado, I think Tado is the best one. You can also add things like thermostatic radiator valves. There's system care options, so you can go for pro flushes, limescale reducers. Now my system actually already had one of these, although during the process of installing it, it did spring a leak, and so I ended up with a new one put on, which he didn't charge me extra for, which was great, so really impressed with that. And then you get a landlord certificate if you want one, and then also you can add radiators on if you want to upgrade any radiators at the same time. But I literally just went for this package, and I just added on Reconnect Smart Controls, so it's an extra £5 for me. And then the whole process from there is just picking your install date, you put in your details, and you put in your payment, and that includes the options for some 0% finance, which is great. So this particular boiler offers 2 years at 0% finance. That works out at roughly £93 a month for 24 months with no deposit, which is great because obviously at the moment interest rates are kind of 4.5% to 5%. So even if you can afford to pay the kind of £2,000 to start with, you're better off splitting it this way if you've got a decent credit score and just having the interest on that, because that's an extra like 4.5%. You effectively get back because you're not spending that money straight away. That's just staying in your account. And from there, Heatable then send you a variety of emails to confirm the booking. They might give you a call to confirm all the details, and they ask you for a few photos as well. So they will ask you for photos of the existing boiler, the existing flue, the outside of your house from front and back, and a couple of other things as well. That's just so they know exactly what they need to be sending with you. So I'm going to get back to me on install day to talk a little bit more. So once you complete that process of ordering, Heatable basically have lots of independent installers across the country. So they will book the person who is closest to you or right for your job or however that works. And you'll get an email with their name on it about the day before. That means if you do want to look them up and check they're actually gas safe, regulated and all that kind of stuff, you can. They also at this point place an order with Plumbing City to have your items delivered to you. So what that means is on the day of install, so right now as I'm recording this video, I'm going to receive an order containing the boiler and the other parts, and then the installer is going to turn up later. So the installer is meant to turn up between 8 and 10, and the parts are meant to turn up between 7:20 and 9:20. So there might be some overlap where maybe the installer's here but the parts aren't, but that doesn't matter because you can start getting that off and removing the gas connection. So I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey. I'm going to show you as much as I can. I'm obviously not going to show you the installer doing his thing, but I'll try and get some shots kind of throughout the day just to show you the process. And I'll come back to you guys at the end and tell you what I think. So I'm actually recording this a week after my installation because I thought it might be really helpful for you guys just to have a little bit of time after the install to kind of hear my summary and my thoughts. And I firstly failed miserably at getting photos. I had ideas of getting photos of the stuff as it arrived from Plumbing Centre, had the idea of getting photos as the boiler went out and the new one went in. And actually my installer was so efficient I didn't have time to do any of that. I literally got this one photo you can see when you pop to the loo. And the new boiler is installed, it looks great, and I'm really happy with the result. And obviously I've been using it for the last week for my hot water for my shower. It's coming through nice and hot. It's certainly toastier than the old one. I think it's coming through a little bit quicker as well, which is great, and I'd have expected that from a newer boiler. This particular boiler also has Wi-Fi built in, which means I can connect it up to the Viessmanns app, and whether I'm at home or not, I can control the temperature of the hot water and also the temperature of the hot water going through the heating system remotely from my phone. That's great. You can of course do that on the boiler itself, but it's nice to have that on an app if you want it. And of course you can monitor things like the pressure as well. But in terms of the installation and my Heatable experience, I am really, really impressed. So the pricing to start with was actually coming in less than regular plumber quotes I was getting. The whole process from kind of working through the questions on the website to picking your boiler to the plumber coming along, it just works well. I'm very, very impressed. The installer I had was fantastic. He was really efficient. He was really tidy. He just left everything exactly as it should have been left. He even took away the packaging from a new boiler, which I wasn't expecting, so that was really good because I had absolutely no tidying up to do at the end. He also talked me through the new boiler and how to use some of the controls on it, and then of course did the safety certificate and all the stuff that he has to do as well. Now, the installers who work with Heatable have to upload pictures and things to Heatable in order to kind of show that they've done the job properly. And that also triggers a process that will eventually mean you get your 10-year warranty for parts and labour with this particular boiler via email. And that came through this morning, so it took 8 days to come through from Viessmanns, which is great because he said it might take up to a month. And all in all, the Heatable experience has been really, really good. And I wanted to make this video because there are no independent reviews out there apart from one that I found about Heatable. So hopefully this will help you guys out. Now, I also don't have an affiliate link, so I'm not going to make tons of money out of this video, other than kind of advertising, as YouTube works like that. But if you guys want to save £100 on your boiler, there is a Mention Me scheme that Heatable offer to anyone who takes out one of their boilers. So I put my Mention Me below. If you fill in your details on that link, you will get £100 off your boiler. And at the time of recording, that is the best discount I can find. And trust me, I searched around for a lot of discounts for this, because that's what I do. But if you guys want to use that, then hopefully that'll help you save £100 as well. You just have to put in your details and you'll get a little voucher code to save £100. If you've got any questions, do stick them below. This is a completely independent review. I have no affiliation with Heatable other than they have installed my boiler. And if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel for my usual kind of tech review content, and I will see you guys again soon.